Welcome back to another episode of This Square Room. My name is Jonel.
My name is Ho Ho Ho.
I mean, you tried.
I messed it up again.
I wish you just wouldn't, honestly.
I know that's like 2 weeks in a row.
Here's the thing. You know how much I love Christmas, and like as we get closer, you are making me really just not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're making me cringe at Christmas, and I don't want to cringe. I want to
Grinch.
ho.
Oh, you want to hoe out?
No, I don't feel like Christmas is the time to hoe. I feel like Christmas is a time for snow.
Give.
To give what? Puss? See? It's a little early, so I don't want to just like
you're right.
bombard them. So I tend to bring it up.
Okay, got it.
I could have said coochie too.
You could have.
Coochie coo.
I'm Deswayne though. That's gone.
Oh no, I realized that you didn't say it. Oh. I was like, why are you saying that right now?
Guess. No, I don't want you to guess because I don't care that much.
Couldn't.
Yeah. In a couple of days, it's my mom's birthday, and I don't know how I feel about that.
What do you mean you don't know how you feel? It is what it is. You should be happy that she has a birthday because without her being born, you would not be here.
Oh, we had that conversation.
Okay, and
I asked her what was wrong with her.
Oh, yes. You did say
exactly. And fortunately, the day my mom has 2 birthdays. Everyone's like, what? 2 birthdays? Yes. She was born on one day. However, the hospital she was born at messed up the birth certificate and put it on another day.
How many days later?
The next day.
Oh.
Or a day before.
So it's like back to back.
Yeah. So she either celebrates the 15th of December or the 16th. I always say the 16th. I don't have time for this back and forth.
Which one
was she born?
Yeah.
I believe it was the 16th.
Okay.
No. I believe it was the 15th, but they put the 16th. And that's why I'm like, whatever it says, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, but
it's just me being me.
Yeah, you being horrible.
Last year around this time, not this time, my mom's birthday, my son would have been born on December 16th, but I forced the doctors to make sure it's the 17th.
When you say forced,
I told them that I would appreciate it very much if we can hold out as long as possible.
Right. You know that when you say that, they just like chuckle, and then they're not gonna, like, if a baby's ready to, like, what are they gonna do? Let the mother and the baby suffer and potentially die?
That's what I would.
Okay. I'm not. Continue. I'm just not gonna say anything.
So
I've learned.
On December 17th, my son turns 1. Woo. Yeah.
Why?
I don't like
a whole year of breathing oxygen.
See, that's what everybody hears. I hear a day after my mom's birthday.
Yeah,
that's too close. That's too much.
Hey, would you rather hear the same day?
I would rather hear no day.
What? You don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to respond.
Yeah. So, the reason why I'm not too pleased with these birthdays coming up, is because my mom does the thing that, like, she's always like, oh, it doesn't matter. Nobody ever does anything for my birthday.
So his mom does not have a British accent or any accent close to what he's doing. Just letting everyone know for context. Please continue, Des. I just had to let them know.
Okay, I have to put on accents when I talk about people in my personal life, because that's what they sound like in my head when they say certain things.
What voice do you do for me? Like when you like imitate me to people?
I don't imitate you to people.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Thank God.
No, I don't.
You're just like Joe said.
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's wonderful. Because I feel like you would not paint me out to be very nice.
Not at all.
At least you don't deny it.
Caden's mom has a lisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in real life. Just
when I imitate my cousin that I live with, like, I'm there.
You sound more like Santa Claus than you did at the beginning.
Yeah. But yeah, my mom likes to do the whole, I care about everybody and nobody cares about me. So whatever, my birthday doesn't matter. No, it doesn't.
First of all, I've never heard you do that. You do the high-pitched Jamaican accent for her usually.
No, that's when I'm cackling and being an idiot. But when she's being all like, oh, nobody cares.
Oh, so you have a different accent for
each emotion. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's why I don't really care.
Because I was like, I've heard you do your mom before, but
not
I've never,
like this.
Yeah,
No.
is like,
yeah.
This is a new.
Only when her birthday comes around, she gets like this.
British accent is reserved specifically for the birthday.
It's reserved for anybody who, like, to me is like
bougie.
Yeah, and like snobby, a kind of, yeah.
She's not those things.
Man, sounds like it in my brain.
Yeah, keywords in your brain.
My son's birthday is a little bit annoying because
first of all, he's literally
he's not the problem.
The one where he came into the world, so
he's not the problem.
There hasn't been
I've
one
had
to compare it.
I've
to.
had 13 others.
Oh, your other son. I thought you meant the
no, yeah,
the one.
No, the one that's turning 1. His birthday's coming, but I've had 13 other sons' birthday, not 13 sons.
Well, technically like 12, because like the day the kid is born, like you don't like celebrate that one, like, you know. Actually, no, it's still 13, I guess.
Thank you. It's still 13.
But you know what I was getting at.
Yeah, it would have been 14 if we celebrated an actual birth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I think you're just like recovering from the trauma that day that you're not really celebrating your child.
I don't like the idea of celebrating a infant's birthday. Like, you don't have,
one is still an infant.
Yeah, you don't really, like, you don't know anything. You don't have friends. Like, I don't
he has friends. His family.
No.
You're his friend. You could be his best friend, and his mom.
I don't want to be his best friend.
No, but like, I'm not saying like, you know, when you're like, oh, I'm not a parent, we're like friends, not like that, but like, you ever hear like parents like, oh, this is my child is my bestie, especially when they're little, like you do everything together because like the kid can't do anything on their own, so that's just your little bestie.
No.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
You figure it out.
Be independent. Wipe your butt.
I mean, yeah, I don't argue with that.
The issue I have is how everybody acts around his birthday and all this planning and preparation for something that lasts all of an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on when his nap is.
Well, you gotta schedule around the nap.
And if people were just like, you know what, let's just throw a party to throw a party, and it happens to be on his birthday, and he will be the theme, I'd be okay with that.
That's stupid. Stop, because you're annoying me with that.
I'm sorry.
We're not gonna have a birthday party for the 1-year-old.
Correct.
But we're gonna have a party on his birthday with a theme of him, but it's not for him. It's not his birthday party. It's just his birthday at a party themed around him. You're literally one of the most annoying people in the world for even if you're completely joking, which the thing is, I know you're not. Like, even if you were completely joking, you're just annoying. I can't with you.
If somebody threw me a Deswayne theme party, I would fucking love that. I wouldn't love a party for Deswayne, but a Deswayne theme party, fuck yeah.
Right. But this is a 1-year-old. So as you said,
exactly, he doesn't know shit. So why are we having a fucking party? Just give me a reason to get drunk and chill with my friends then.
Honestly, I think that, especially when the kid is young, but I think forever, like, yeah, you celebrate like the person's birthday, but I think the mom needs to be celebrated because that's the day that you did something fucking amazing and something difficult with your body. Like, buy the mom flowers. Let her do her, if she wants to celebrate by having a party for her kid, like, let her do it because she did a fucking lot on that day.
There's nothing wrong with her doing it. Don't stress me out in the mix.
Well, here's the thing. Even being like, Des, what do you think for food? Stressed. You're stressed.
Don't,
you don't want to be involved.
Because I don't want this party. For example, Caden's mom got to the point where it was like, okay, Des, this is what I have in mind. This is what I need you to do. And this is how much it costs. Excellent. Mwah.
Right, but you said keyword got to the point. You can't, like, expect
Des,
King's
what
mom
do
to...
you think?
Yeah.
I think this is stupid. You don't want to know what I think, so don't ask me what I think. Because people don't ever want to know what I really think.
She doesn't know yet.
She does know, because we've had this discussion.
But she's hoping even before that you're not as whatless as you're.
If I tell you I'm whatless, why would you not believe I'm whatless? When it
comes to shit like this, you are truly.
I tell people straight up, like, don't ask me because I will have no opinion. And then you get mad when I have no opinion. That doesn't make sense.
Whatless.
It's not whatless. I just hate things, and these are one of the things. However, I'm looking forward to Christmas and New Year's, so pish posh with their birthdays.
So you're just like, forget my family, even though Christmas is supposed to be like a...
No, I will do family stuff around Christmas.
Why are you looking forward to Christmas and New Year's?
Because this is the first Christmas and New Year's I'm actually going to try and participate in.
Oh, right. Because what you said about like doing things
this year.
Mm-hmm.
Come New Year's, back to normal. Fuck that.
Oh, you're you turn back into a pumpkin at midnight.
I'm joking. I won't say fuck that. I'll be open to certain things, but at least I've tried things this year that I'm like, okay.
What's New Year's? Just doing like a New Year's party.
Are
there any
girlfriend
other
wants to
traditions?
do a like go to like a masquerade kind of ball.
I'm gonna get you to say that again.
Masquerade.
No, without the accent.
Masquerade kind of ball.
Yeah, my friends and I need to figure out what we're doing because like we decided, like, we went from like spending every
New Year's
together to being like, okay, like, you know, like one friend is gonna do stuff with like cousins and then like maybe two of us are together, whatever. And then like I remember I chose to stay home one year, which I did, and then like I went out at like 1 a.m. to like, you know, but like you arrived sober and like everyone was like, drunk and whatever. And then like the pandemic, like I haven't done anything for New Year's in a while. We have some like out of town friends coming, so it's just like, okay, you know, we want to do something, but like we want to do something like nice. You know what I mean? Like
dress up, look real good and classy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We're like, we need good music.
Yeah.
We need like low-key kind of like a ratchet music, but
dressed up nice. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So that's a plan. I don't think as of right now, like I don't think we know we want to do, but yeah, we want to.
Last year, Halloween, me and one of my close friends, we threw a Halloween party, and it was nice. And we were like, yo, we can do this. And like people were like, yo, when's the next one? And we like, it was really good. Like,
yeah, I remember.
In being on the inside, we saw flaws, but as long as the outside doesn't see the flaws, we're good. So
also, it was your first time, so.
Exactly. So we're like, okay, we're gonna do one for New Year's, but that didn't happen. And then we're like, okay, we'll do an annual Halloween one. But then this year, I'm like, honestly, I'm not with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It sounds nice, but I'm not with it.
So why didn't you guys decide to do one for New Year's this year?
Now that we're talking about it,
you're like, maybe you can throw something together.
ASAP.
And you could do a masquerade.
You see what I'm saying?
Kill two birds. What
Bada boom, bada bing. What is wrong with me? Yeah. So that is definitely my yeah.
It's funny because you talk about like, you know, like your son's birthday and celebrating 13 birthdays before that and yada, yada, yada. I recently saw a study that said that a man's brain changes when he becomes a father. Do you think that this is true?
Yes.
How do you feel like your brain changed, and was it for the better?
It was for the better of humanity, but not for the better of me. The reason why I say that is a couple months ago, sometime in October, I don't know, we were talking about it, and I was saying, like, you know, with my stepdad, I felt the type of way about him until I became a father. Then I kind of understood things differently. I have a friend who, for his whole life, has told everybody his dad is dead. I knew that wasn't the truth, but that's what he went with because I understand. I get why you're saying it. He became a father, and he reached out to his dad. And I was like, oh, the fuck? And he was just like, yeah, man, you know, now that I'm a father and da-da-da-da, like, you know, I was kind of looking at life differently. And yeah, so I 100% agree with that. Not everybody will brain changes, however, or everyone's brain changes at the same time. But eventually you should, as a man.
I think that, like, you're more likely to change, like, if you're an active father. Like, if you're whatless. If you just spread your seed and hit
you're not
the road,
a father.
Yeah.
You're a sperm donor.
Right. Like, I don't think that's going to change you.
No, not at all.
Unless one day, years from now, you're at a bar and you realize that you're trying to pick up your daughter and you're like, oh, shit, maybe I need to change my ways. You know what I'm saying?
Even then, you wouldn't think about it.
Well, oh, God, I would hope. I would hope.
People are nasty, man. I'm just going to pretend I don't know if I get drunk enough.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. Well, I don't know how to transition this without, like, without making it, like, sound, like, extra incestual. But I had a friend send me something the other day. And And it's interesting. Hold on. Let me uh-oh. My dog is coughing. Sorry, y'all. What she sent me, where is it? Oh, here it is. It's a thread called How to Steal Someone's Boyfriend. It is first of all, I'm going to preface by saying I don't condone. I did not write this. My friend did not write this. This is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. This person says, everyone knows that all the good men are in relationships, are in a relationship. The available men are available because there's something wrong with them. That leaves you, a single woman with a desire to start a family, with only one option: stealing someone else's boyfriend. The most important thing to start out with is maintaining plausible deniability. Don't be too upfront. Just enter his sphere as a friend. Talk only a little about your other dates, about your family, your hobbies. Find out what he likes and get interested in those things. Dig about his current relationship. As a woman, you know how it feels to be sad and frustrated, so help him to channel that negative energy. Find out what his girlfriend is doing wrong and make him fixate on it. But remember, plausible deniability. Don't say anything bad about her yourself. As you dig deeper into his relationship, mold your personality to his alleged likes and dislikes. His girlfriend is argumentative? Be agreeable. His girlfriend is dumb? Be an intelligent girl boss. Does he like the way she cooks? Say, me too. As you get closer to him, ask him to introduce you to his girlfriend, either online or in real life. Get close to her and start sowing seeds of discord between them. Make it seem like he lied or did something stupid or said something bad about her. Make it seem like you're on her side. As you're simultaneously destroying their confidence in their relationship and also being their only comfort, things are going to get tricky. He's going to try to make a move, but you cannot let yourself be the other woman. He has to break up with her before physical stuff happens. If it can't be helped, you have to show immeasurable guilt and shame and force him to break up with her. He can't see you as easy. You must show that you have morals and values and hate breaking your moral code. You were just overwhelmed with passion for him. The only problem now remains is the ex-girlfriend. If you've done the job correctly, she kind of hates him now anyway, and you're free to drop her out of your life before you make your shiny new relationship public. Convince her to block his ass, drive it home that she's too good for him, and send a couple of men that you rejected her way. Then start a petty fight with her, tell her she's toxic, and end the friendship. A very important part of this is that no one can know what happened, or else the whole relationship is publicly tainted. People will think bad things about your future family, and it could affect your progeny for generations. Wait a few months before making things public. And then she just says, even if you disagree with all of this, you should still thank me because this is the way of the world and you're now more enlightened and aware of how things work.
Can you send me that?
Sure. Like right now?
No, whenever you have a chance. Do I need to say something?
I would. Do you have thoughts?
I don't want to project my thoughts about all women because this is not all women. Mm-hmm. However, I can see some women being like, well, it's his fault in the first place, XYZ. This is why I don't let my man have friends. Anyways. Number 2.
There really are women out there like this.
No, I know. I know women like that.
Women and men like this, too.
People.
There's people, yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2. From the beginning.
Were you making notes?
Oh, fuck it. Oh, no, like physically? No, mental notes.
Oh, because you looked down at your phone.
No.
I was like, damn, you were really dialed in.
The beginning was wrong already.
What do you mean?
you cannot say all the good men are taken and then take somebody's good man, because that doesn't make them a good man. Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
That he wasn't a good man from the beginning then.
Well, he was good until you
He wasn't
corrected.
good. No,
You're
he
saying
wasn't good.
If he can be taken, he's not a good man?
Exactly. And that's just personally how I feel about it. If somebody can come into your life and literally take you from somebody else, because nothing was wrong before that. She really planted the seed of problems. Mm-hmm. As a good man, I'm going to go to my wife. I'm going to go to my girlfriend, and we're going to talk about it and make sure we're good.
If you have a healthy, open relationship with communication, that even if there were seeds of doubt planted, you guys would be able to pull those weeds
and dash them
real quick.
That's how I feel. Mm-hmm. So to me, he already wasn't a good man.
But humans are flawed, because sometimes when the seeds of doubt are allowed to fester and grow, like sometimes it really is something that can grow into a problem that maybe wasn't there before. Maybe he was a good man and maybe the doubts got to him, and maybe
right there where you said maybe the doubts got to him, at that period, you're no longer a good man.
To have doubts, that doesn't not make you.
You can have doubts, but for the doubts to overcome, that's
for you to not go to your significant other about the doubts and go to this interloper, this friend,
stranger.
Well, you wouldn't.
Stranger. She said, "Get to know him." You don't know me, bitch.
Well, but
you knew me for a week.
No. You can't work that quickly.
No, I know.
Oh my God, Des.
I'm just talking
then he
shit.
really is whatless if that's the case. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I see what whoever wrote this, I see what they're saying. I'm seeing the picture in my head. I see the movies. I see all of that good stuff. But no.
Oh, like that movie with Beyonce, Obsessed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To me, if you're a good man, like, nobody should be able to come between you and your significant other unless one of you want them to. Mm-hmm. And that's just my theory. If things naturally happened and you guys fall out of love, or you guys realize it's not what you thought it was, that is one thing. Mm-hmm. But to have somebody, even if you didn't realize they're planting a seed, no. You're not with it? I'm not. Where I am in my brain and in my life, it's not making sense. And like looking back at, like, I used to only prefer to sleep with girls who have relationships. Because
Deswayne.
What? It's the honest truth. What do you want me to do about it?
Deswayne.
You have to understand, as a guy who just wants sex at a young age.
I understand that's easy for you because she cannot pursue anything more with you.
Exactly.
Even if she wanted
to. And if you want to leave your man to be, no, I don't want a girlfriend right now. The relationship me and you have are cool, blah, 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 whatever. So if that's like doing that, fine. That's not on me. That's on you. This is how I used to look at it. That's on you.
So
You're
toxic.
in the relationship.
That's so toxic.
And if you and your man were truly in love, you would not be entertaining me.
But I'm still gonna pursue you, and I'm still gonna do everything.
Block and delete me. If I'm toxic, are you gonna take yourself? And
back in the day, you're the type of guy to like hire a skywriter to paint your face in the sky, just so when she like walks outside, she sees your face and thinks
I would
about
definitely
you.
tell her that.
And like thinks about you, and then when she reaches out, I told her to block and delete me, but here she is back in my life.
That's not my problem. I'm not gonna lie to you. If anybody tells me that, I would understand where their brain is coming from. However, the saying "it takes two to tango," I still disagree. You can learn to tango on your own.
That's what you do. You do the plausible deniability thing,
100%.
where you're just like, I said I didn't want a relationship. I said this. I said
you knew
that.
I wasn't shit, so I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. And when they say, like, once a liar, always a liar, once a cheater, always a cheater, it's not wrong, because in a sense, you cheated before, so you can't take back cheating. So yes, you are always a cheater. Can you do better? For sure, you can do better, but that doesn't mean you're not a cheater. That just means you're currently not cheating. So therefore, this guy ain't shit. If you can do this and this happens, he ain't shit. Because if that was the opposite way around and it's a guy trying to get to a girl and he does this, everyone would be like, she was a hoe from the beginning. She wasn't shit from the beginning. So This boyfriend, hypothetical boyfriend, ain't shit. If you're letting someone come in your relationship and destroy your relationship and you don't even realize that's what they're doing, you ain't shit. I don't care who's hearing this and I don't care how you feel. You ain't shit. Period. If that was my girlfriend, I would tell her the same thing. You ain't shit.
You ain't shit.
Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. But however, I do like that. I want to send that to a couple people so they could make notes, mental notes. No. So they could make mental notes about what's going on. Because as you're reading it, I'm thinking about somebody's situation that's literally happening too.
Okay. I'll send it to you. I thought you meant like you're trying to have people break up other people.
No!
You're trying to show them the signs.
Yeah.
You're trying to open their eyes.
Yeah. Like if you're married, you have your husband and I have my wife, and we know that, you know, you have your husband and you know I have a wife, and we're sneaking around, both you ain't shit, and you guys can do whatever you want and not be shit together. But it's just like and then you're gonna say introduce me and be friends with her, like whoever wrote this, if you don't, I understand she's just trying to say that's how the world works and that's what she's seen, and I get that part. But if you don't realize how fucked up that is,
of course,
that means you're insane.
But there's people who are just like, oh my God, there is a guy that I have my eye on and this bitch is in the way.
And she's not good enough for him.
This is what I'm going to do. Yeah. No, like there's people who are taking this serious, like a Bible.
I can believe that.
Someone said this sounds like she's writing a thesis. And then like you said, someone said if they can be stolen, they weren't good to begin with.
Exactly.
Let me see what some of these comments are saying. Wait. The Nutty Professor? Was this like a similar plot line or something? I don't remember that movie really.
The Nutty Professor. That's the one where he's big and gets slim, or slim and get big.
I don't know. I remember that's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What a waste of time and energy. You could use this time to make more money, travel, eat good food. Yeah. Someone said, I feel like she's tried and tested this. Someone says the devil wears Fashion Nova. That's funny. Yeah, most of the comments are just saying, you know, this is why women don't like their men to have other friends, and I've seen this movie and blah 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 blah.
Like, I'm trying to like be her, right? And that's a self issue you have. That's not, all the good men are taken, because literally it would be impossible for all the good men to be taken. Literally impossible.
Funny enough, the friend who sent this to me, like, I think it's like a inside joke, because we joke that like she's always trying to take somebody's man. Now, she's not always trying to take somebody's man. I can advocate for the fact that like there's been a lot of times, especially like when we're on vacation and stuff. Like, I remember one time we're in Mexico, and like I probably told this story before. This man, like, it was me and her at the pool, and this guy was there by himself, and he was like, you know, talking to both of us, but like flirting with her. And he, you know, she was like, oh, you know, like, where are you from? And he said, I don't know what state he was from. He's somewhere in the States. And he was like, yeah, like, I'm here for work, left my wife at home. And she was like, oh. So she kind of was like, okay, like, he's just being friendly. But he was straight up like, nah, like, the wife is at home, I'm here to play, like, if you're down, I'm down. And she was like, like, I can attest that married men are just drawn to her, or taken men, I should say. But, you know, sometimes you gotta know when to hold him and when to fold him. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You don't know what it was saying? Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, please do, because I feel like you should always fold them, never hold them.
No, it's something you need to know when to.
No, always
like,
fold
for
them.
instance, if someone approaches, like, I would entertain someone who was like well, I don't know. I feel like at this point in my life I probably wouldn't, but in general, like, I would entertain someone who was in the process of a divorce, but like legitimately, not just like, oh, I'm gonna leave my wife. Like, I actually filed papers, like, we are separated, but you know, the legal process can take some time. Like, that is different. I don't want that mess in my life currently, but like, just in general, would that be? But like, that's what I mean. Like, you gotta understand like when the situation is thing.
I don't like to entertain people who it's very hard. Okay. When I can't say now, because obviously not now. I don't entertain nobody. Before, if women would come to me first too strong, you're a hoe. Don't talk to me.
But they,
I'm just telling you my brain.
But don't men always say like, I like when a woman approaches me?
That's what I was gonna say. If a woman approaches me and she's just and like we're just having casual conversation, I'm fine with that. But if it's over, like if we're at, let's say we're on vacation, same scenario, you're on vacation and you got a drink in your hand and you come over to me chatting, I believe you're up to no good.
What?
That's just me.
Just like a random woman, you don't know if she's married or not?
Yeah.
You think up to no good, like
Don't,
she wants a dick?
Don't talk to me, please. Stay away from me. I'm not, whatever you want, I'm not giving you.
You are someone who's like, unless I approach first, something's fishy.
If I approach first and like you're not entertaining me, that's fine. Because I'm not someone who's like, hey, haha, which way's the beach?
What if you approach first and she's not like entertaining, but she's not reject, like she's just friendly and like open, but like not like
I'm not someone to have a whole conversation like right away.
What?
For me, like we already understand, like I'm not with the one night stand thing.
Yeah.
So for me, whatever entertainment we have, I'm not gonna give you like sit here and talk to you for an hour. Fuck no.
No, but you're gonna plant the seed.
I will give you,
and then you're gonna catch
2
up
minutes
later or the
later
next
on.
day.
Exactly. However, if you approach me and you want to have like ha he he, oh, what are you guys doing now? Like fuck, stop, leave me alone, leave me the fuck alone. But if you just come and you're like, oh, you know, you're getting a drink and I'm over there and you're like, oh, what are you drinking? Oh yeah, that's really good. Haha, okay, you know, have a great day, and we move on with life. You caught my eye now. How dare you come over here with your sexy self, talk to me, and then walk away all sexy? I like that. So now, next time I see you, hey, it's you. Oh, ha ha, he. You know what I'm saying? Let's. If talking to you and all this stuff is too easy, I don't like that. There's something wrong with that. Why are you trying to make this so fast?
Because some people are just like, I know I'm open and like, hey, he's cute. I know what I want. Like, let me talk to this guy. What's wrong with that?
Stranger danger, bitch. Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
You know what's funny?
Because now.
Hold on, this is completely a side note, but someone said that sometimes when you scream like that, they think it's me.
That's funny.
They were like, until one time, like, I was talking and you were like hollering. They're like, wait, the whole time that's being Des?
Yeah,
I'm like,
probably.
Des hits octaves higher than me.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I'm like, oh, this whole time people think I'm the one hollering.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's usually me.
And then, like, yeah. And then, because I think if I do yell, it's a much lower octave than you.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Like, for me, I like.
That's what that just reminded you of.
Yeah, because like if I wasn't still like speaking, they would have thought it was me. I think they just think like I scream things and then like you just keep talking.
Oh no, I'm the screamer.
He just screams and talks and screams and talks.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah, I don't like that stuff. And the reason why I don't like it is because if a girl come, like for example, oh, he's cute, let me talk to him, whatever. I'm wrong if I'm like, okay, she's talking to me, I'm gonna try and fuck tonight. I'm wrong for that. Fuck that. I personally don't like to be wrong for anything. So anything that might put me into a bad light, no. Unless I choose to put myself into that light, you're not gonna categorize me in there. So therefore, bitch, stay away until I casually come talk to you. And I will not come casually talk to you. I'll just be around wherever you are. Like, if, for example, same thing, if she came, said whatever, and walked away, and I'll see her another time, if I see her way down yonder, I will purposely go around and go way down yonder just to walk by her, just so she sees me, just so I'm in that thought. And she looks at me, smiles, and I smile, and I go about my day.
So, but like, that's like, not to the same extent, but that's playing games just like this.
No,
this
that is fucking, I'm not taking nobody.
Okay, let me ask you.
Yeah.
This same woman that you saw, caught your eye, left, and you're like, oh, now I'm intrigued, whatever. Now I'm going to walk all the way around just to...
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm so disgusted. Ew. If like, so this same scenario with this person, say you finally get them to give you the time of day.
Yeah.
And like it goes well and it's nice.
Okay.
And whatever. Maybe would you naturally like steal a kiss at this point or no? It's still too
I don't
soon?
know you.
No.
You.
Okay. I don't know, because I was gonna give a scenario where like you guys kiss, but I'm like, would you? So I don't know. So no. But like this is like you guys have had now a nice conversation.
Okay.
Talk all night.
Can I give you an actual real life scenario that happened?
Sure.
Okay, so me and my cousins, we went on vacation to Jamaica. We're on the resort. There was this girl, maybe like 5'6". She was bald headed, but she was super thick, and she
5'6".
Yeah, 5'6". Sorry, 56 years old. No, I'm sorry.
You didn't say 56. You're right. You said there was a girl 5'6". I was like,
5'6" years old.
I was like, Des, please. I was like, I just had to. Hey,
yeah, you're right.
I had to clarify because you putting this out on the internet.
Right,
I don't want you to get locked up.
Thank
you, sir.
They wouldn't even knock. They would just kick down the door. Yeah, she's about 5'6". She had like shaved her hair, like Amber Rose kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Brown skin. She looked good. She was the type that like when she's walking, everybody's looking. And we seen her on the resort, and everybody was looking. But I didn't approach her, obviously, nothing.
And you weren't looking in a way that she knew you were looking.
Exactly.
Because that's how Des is. I'm telling y'all.
So eventually, whatever. Let's say like on our third night, we probably seen her the second night. So on the third night, we go to the resort club, and she was sitting on the outside. And I was like,
outside the club?
Outside the club, okay. On like one of the chairs. Mm-hmm. And my heart is pounding because you're by yourself. I have the opportunity to talk to you. But I fucking know 100 other men try to fucking talk to you. And I'm not going to be categorized as one of them. So I looked, I saw her, my heart, we went inside. My cousins went across the street to the casino. So I purposely kept going back and forth I don't gamble. I don't go to the fucking casino. I just go to the casino and the club so I can pass her to check if she's still there kind of thing.
So all this time when you were zooming past her like a creep,
I saw her keep.
I'm saying, but what if she had just like left? Then what? You didn't talk to her.
I know, and I'm okay with that. So now,
so this tactic was like you don't care if she leaves on one of your trips, like you just want her to see you.
Exactly. So that eventually, if we do speak, you
have a familiar face.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now I'm leaving this casino one at a time, and I see her, and I'm like, Des, don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch, Des. And I pass her, and I turn around. I'm like, fuck, okay, fine. Now I'm one of those guys. So I turn around, and I'm like, excuse me. And her face was immediately like, oh, God, like another one. I'm like, excuse me. I don't mean to bother you. And I'm talking fast. Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what I said. Excuse me. Yeah. I don't mean to bother you. I'm sorry. I walked past you 110 times already. And each time I walk past you, I want to tell you something, but I'm too scared to tell you. So I just wanted to say, I think you're really beautiful. That's all I have to say. I hope you have a great trip. I didn't want to bother you. I'm gone now. I will never say another word. And I walked away. And I can hear her giggling. Like she's literally giggling. And she yelled, thank you. And I went inside and I'm like, all right. She has to come inside the club now. Because who is this guy? Because nobody does that. So she comes inside the club.
Okay.
So she comes inside the club. I see her, but I'm not making it known that I see her. So she comes over to me and she's like, can you come here for a second? I am fucking freaking out in my heart of hearts. Freaking the fuck out. So she pulls me aside. She's like, can I ask you something? I am now like about to fucking faint. I'm like, yeah, for sure. And she's like, okay, there's this guy outside and I'm pretty sure he's following me. Like I'm trying to go back to my room, but I don't want him to follow me back to my room. And he tried to talk to me before. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like out of everyone who's here, like I feel comfortable with you. And I know that sounds weird because I don't know you. And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. No problem. And I'm like, you want me to escort you back to your room? Like, I'm like, I don't even have to go all the way to your room. I can just walk you to the lobby, wherever you feel safe, where the cameras are. And she's like, please, can you? I'm like, yeah, for sure. And my cousins are looking at me like, my nigga. They don't know what's going on. And I'm just like, okay, let me tell them I'll be back. And I'm just like, yo, guys, I'll be back. I'm going to walk her to her room. And they're just like, what? I'm like, yo, chill, man, chill. So we're walking out. And as we're walking and talking, like the guy starts to follow. So we go down the steps and I was like, okay, lock your arms with mine. And she was like, what? I'm like, if you lock your arms with mine, it shows him that like I'm with this guy kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And instead he's going to think you just kind of got me, whatever. So she locked her arms with me, and like we were just casually talking, getting to know each other. And I walked her to the lobby. The guy followed literally all the way to the lobby. Ew. And then at the lobby, he turned around and left. So then at the lobby, I stopped and I'm like, you know, are you good now? You know, I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to go to your room, like blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much. Da, 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 blah, blah, blah.
Was she not there with friends?
Her friends didn't want to go out that night because they've been out like every night and they were just like, yo, they're fucking tired. So, which I understood. So she told me they were here for one more day, but the next day they were going to go see her family before they go and blah, blah, blah. So we chatted a little bit, whatever. And she went to go give me a hug and I stuck out my hand and she started smiling and then she shook my hand and then we walked away. If she gave me a hug, I know I would have tried to kiss her on the cheek. And that is overstepping. So you know what I mean?
You know yourself.
I know myself. So that's what I mean. I don't want women to approach me because I don't know you. I don't know what you're going to try and do. I can't punch you in the throat. Bitch, get your lips away from me. Big ass juicy lips looking all sexy and shit. Try to kiss me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't like people kissing people on the first date kind of thing. They could have just sucked some asshole around the corner and you don't know. Ew.
Okay. First of all, that was...
I was going to say suck some dick, but at this point in life, it could be anything.
This point in life, more people eat ass.
You see what I'm saying?
Than people who suck dick.
Exactly. So they could have been eating some ass around the corner, and that ass wasn't even washed recently. They found out when they were eating the chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chips, you mean?
Yeah, I had to say cookies, because if I just left it at that, it would have left a bad taste in my mouth.
Like chocolate?
You see, you know what you're doing now.
You literally said chocolate. Anyways. For once, I have not forgotten that I was trying to give you a scenario, but it's similar, but it's like not similar, like resort story. And it was funny enough, it was like one of our first nights, and it was Mexico, not Jamaica. You said yours is Jamaica, right? Yeah. And we were, first of all, I don't like, obviously we were drinking, but like I wasn't like wasted, but I remember like seeing this guy at the bar with us, and like, you know me, oh my God, my downfall is like I'm so friendly.
Oh my God.
So like he was like ordering shots for I don't know who, and I was like, oh, it's one of those for us, for like me and my friend. I know. But I was just like joking, like okay. And then he was like, oh no, but then obviously I'm assuming like I don't think that club, like we had to pay for the drink, so he just like got some for me and my friends, and I was like, oh, thank you, cheers, whatever. I think at one point I put my phone on the bar, because like basically I get back to my room, don't have my phone. I'm like, oh my God, like this sucks. Yeah, like the trip just started,
just began, and I'm fucking up.
Yeah, this was like the first, or maybe it was the second night, but it was like early on, and I was like, oh shit. And then we were there for a wedding, and I had to we had to like just basically get ready. It was super early to go to this wedding, and it was like a traditional Sikh wedding, so like you had to have like the garment, the head covering, no shoes, like all that stuff. So like me and one of my friends are going through the lobby, and like it was like, oh, excuse me, and I was like, what? And it was a guy, and like I was like, oh, like he looks familiar,
but
I
don't know. Yeah,
no, but it was dark in the club, but I was like pretty sure this is the guy, and I was like, oh, hey. And he was like as he got closer, I'm like, oh no, it was him. He was like, oh, I have your phone. And I was like, oh my God, like you have my phone? Like that is amazing. And he's like, yeah, like I left it in my room, like I don't have it right now, but like we can meet up later and thing. And I was like, okay, perfect, because like we were in a rush. So we meet up, or did we meet up, or did he run back to his room? No, I had to. I didn't.
You had to go.
I had to go. Yeah. So we met up in the lobby later, and my friend was like, oh, like, you know, we should meet up later, like after dinner, if you're by, I think there was like a bar. It was really cool. It's kind of like a tiki style, but like instead of seats, they were like swings. Okay. So we were like, oh, like we'll meet up at the swing bar, and he was like, okay, sure. So he came out with us later. Like it turns out like he was there with people, like he had family there, but he was like also there alone, if that makes sense. Like he was there for a wedding, so he had like cousins and stuff.
But he went by himself.
Yeah, he went by himself. Like those are family that lived like in a different country. I think they lived in Canada, and he was from the States, and like the person he was roomed with was also a solo traveler, so like for that wedding, so like he didn't even like know the guy. Really cool guy though, like kind of weird though, but whatever. So yeah, so we're, interacting, and like day after day we're hanging out, we're seeing this guy, and then like my friend and I actually ended up crashing the wedding that he was there for, because he was like, oh, just come with us. I'm like, we're not invited, like this is a whole last wedding. Like when I say the whole wedding, the ceremony, the reception, like we were there, and like
life.
I've never crashed a wedding before, and it was kind of fun, and it was it was my first African wedding, and I was like, oh my god,
yeah,
like,
I'm trying to give you some dick now.
Well, see, I just took it as like, because he was entertaining me just as equally as he was entertaining my friend. It was the two of us.
Because he's smart, he has to.
So I didn't think anything of it. And then like one of his little cousins, like I want to say the girl was like 9 years old. At one point, she was like, "He has a crush on you," and I was just like, "Oh, ha," like, just a kid. And then like, but he got real like quiet and shy when she exposed him, and I was, and I was like. And I think that was my first inkling that there was anything.
Oh, that's the first one.
It's me. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
What do you mean?
You're right.
What other like? Here's the thing. We met, and like, I don't know, like the whole time that I hung out with him, I was with a friend too. So it was like the three of us, and sometimes we were with like other people, but like, it was never. I don't know. He was like equally as attentive to her as he was to me.
Yeah, because he's smart.
So even when like I was like, oh, like maybe he's just like weird and like shy, And anyway, so that was in the, what do you call that? Like the cocktail hour.
Okay.
Right? So like after the ceremony, but like before the reception. So we go to the reception now. And like he did mention that like he was supposed to do some sort of like dance at the wedding. And we're like, okay. So like me and my friend are sitting there, and like it's just like, it's like a solo. And he's like dancing at this wedding in front of everyone. And I was like the boy at waistline. I was like, oh, okay, all right. I see what you're working with. Like he could really dance. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And like he came back to the table, and I was like, oh my god, like that. We were both hyping him up, but then it was weird. Like I don't know. Like I think ever since that day, like I started to catch like vibes that like. Yeah. But then me, I'm like, unless you tell me. Unless you tell me, I'm gonna be real stupid about it. And then there was the next night we were all at the swing bar again, and we met up with this guy and his little sister. I don't remember his name.
Not the same 9-year-old.
No. So okay, we'll call, I don't know, what are we gonna call the guy at the wedding?
Mufasa.
Are you kidding? Okay, fine. I hate you. Because Des just made a face at me like I'm dead serious. Okay, so there is Mufasa. So we met up with Mufasa at the swing bar, me and my friend. But then we also, at that bar, was a guy, and I don't remember his name, but we called him Kentucky.
Okay.
And his little sister, he called his little sister Nugget, so we called her Nugget.
Okay.
Right. So, we were talking with them. It was nice. It was a cool vibe. They're like, oh, you're from Canada. Like, you say A, da-da-da. And we're like, no, we don't fucking say A. Now, again, at first, I didn't realize that, like, again, I don't know. I feel like when it's me and someone else, and, like, they're talking to both of us, I'm not going to be like, oh, like, this person is feeling me. But, I guess Mr. Kentucky was, and I guess Mufasa picked up on that. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, he would not, like, he would inject himself in between me.
You're not going to come here after I work so hard. I brought her to the wedding, buddy.
Not the voice crack.
That's how we feel as men on the inside.
So Nugget ends up leaving. So it's me, my friend, Kentucky, and Mufasa. Mm-hmm. And then my friend is like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Now the bathroom is just right over there. Mm-hmm. Right? So we're like, okay, like I can see the bathroom, but like it's behind me. So we're like waiting. I'm like, some time went by, and I'm like, oh, we've been drinking a little bit. Let me go check on her. So I leave them at the bar. They're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. So I leave them. I go to the bathroom, and she's not there. So I'm like, oh, maybe like I missed her, because there was 2 paths to get there.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me walk back. So I walk back, and they're like, oh, like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, like I came back because I thought she was already back here. Like I didn't see her. And they were like, oh, no, she didn't come back. And I was like, okay, well, it was a nice night, guys.
Yeah,
like,
I gotta go find her. Yeah.
I gotta go find my friend. I was like, I'm gonna walk around, like maybe see if she went back to the room. I'm gonna like walk the path. And they were like, oh, like,
we'll come with you.
Well, no, I think Kentucky was like, oh, like I'll walk you to your room. Like, you know, you shouldn't, you know, he was like a Southern gentleman. He was like, you shouldn't be walking around by yourself.
Not a pretty lady like you.
He was like, you shouldn't be walking around by yourself and da-da-da. And Mufasa's like, oh, no, I can walk.
Not men fighting over Joe on vacay.
Oh my God, it's not the first time. I've had guys fist fight over me.
Look at you go.
I know, right? But that's a whole other story. It's a stupid story. It's like, you're actually gonna cackle at that one. It's so stupid. No, but so they agreed to both accompany me. Mm-hmm. So now we're kind of walking around, but like loosely on the path back to my room.
Okay.
And they're both there. We get to the room. I open the door. My friend is there. I can't get into what happened because it wasn't a great, like, she was okay, but like basically someone else from like the wedding was like being a creep, and like it was like someone's dad, and he was like, he like blocked her on her way back from the bathroom and was like, come with me, and like, but it was like someone that we know's dad.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was just like like nothing bad happened to her, but like he was
too
being
much.
completely inappropriate, a complete creep. Like it was not good. So I pulled her aside in the bathroom and I was like, do you want me to get rid of him? And she was like, I think it's okay. Like, I think I shut it down. And then I was like, okay, like, do you want us to like stay here? And she was like, yeah, like you and the guy stay so I feel more safe. So it was me, her, random dad, and Mufasa and Kentucky in the room. So we're just chilling. The night kind of like went to shit after that, but like that was it was Kentucky had pulled me aside and he was like, oh, you know, I'd like to get your number, and that's when it clicked, because I was just like, oh, he's just being a Southern gentleman walking. I don't know.
Listen.
And like, for all I know, I bonded with these guys, you know, we're all having a drink together, whatever. They want to walk me back to my room. They could be friends just as much as I'm friends with them. Friends, because, you know, you don't know each other that well, but, you know, I don't know. Dad. Don't.
No. It wasn't that you. It was more so like, it reminded me of what Andrew Tate said about his girl going on vacay.
Okay.
And
oh God.
No, it's not necessarily an oh God. Like, personally,
it's an oh God.
This is one of the reasons why he doesn't like his girl going on vacay by himself, because he's not okay with guys hitting on his girl.
I was single.
No, I'm just saying, like, any guy that goes on vacay, unless they're with their girl, and even sometimes when they're with their girl, that is why they love vacay. Because I don't know you don't know me, we're not in the city, there's no real ties to get back to my real life.
I get it, but also I like vacation because I like traveling.
Yeah. You're the girl that they try to take advantage of.
Don't?
No, that's true. Joe, because you're so, like, that simple interaction of, is one of these for me, turned into you seeing him almost every day.
Literally.
Exactly. And that simple thing, like, and that's why, like, for me, if that was me and you're like, oh, is one of those for me? I would have been like, I can get you one if you want one. Whatever. And I'll get you one and I wouldn't talk to you.
Right, because that's how I thought it was gonna. I didn't even think he would get me one, because again, it's a bar, like, I can get my own. It's free. We're on the resort. It's all inclusive, right?
Now I'm gonna look at you like you're an idiot.
No, it's just we were just all standing there, and he just kind of, oh, can I get X amount of shot? He ordered a bunch, so I was like, oh, it was one of those for us. I didn't even say me. I said us, like me and my friends. You know, because it wasn't just me and the one friend. We had more people from the wedding with us. It was like 4 of us, and I was like, oh, is one of those for us, or some of those for us, or one of those for us?
Mind your business.
I know. That was me a couple drinks in and already, you know,
already
feeling
bubbly.
friendly. I don't know, but like, I like that I'm nice, because you know what? I've legit met some like really, really cool people when like drinking and shit, and like just out, even in the city. Like, I remember one time after Halloween, me and my friends went to this like diner, and it was the year I was dressed up as Beetlejuice. Okay. And there was a couple there also dressed up as Beetlejuice. Like, the guy was Beetlejuice, the girl was Beetlejuice, and I was like, oh my God, like,
we're just a family.
Yeah, and like we made friends and exchanged social media. Even on that resort at one point, we met some really cool people at the pool, and they were a couple, and like the guy was like, take my number, like in front of his girlfriend, not like in any way like, oh, we're all cool, but I was like, yeah, put your number in my phone. Was like, your wife put her, please, I can't just take your number, like, you know, but like, it wasn't even like that. Like, I just like meeting people. It's not anything,
because I don't
appropriate.
I don't know people's intent. That's why I don't really like meeting people. Like, I don't exchange socials. I don't exchange numbers.
Here's the thing, like, obviously as a young woman, like, you need to be cautious, but like, I'm cautious, but I still don't assume the worst in people for no reason.
Fault number one.
Why?
Because people are the worst.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
People are the worst.
But anyways, the scenario I was asking you is if someone catches your eye in a way that doesn't come on too strong and you're just like, I want to make myself known, and then you guys say it's similar to me where like you guys connect every day, whether it's at the bar or you see each other around the resort, and like would you, and like you are at the point where you're like, I would make somewhat of a move, but then she slips in, oh, like my husband, but like he's not here.
Like at this time in my life or before?
We're talking about before.
Before?
Yeah.
Fuck, she could say my husband is here right now. He's over there. I don't give a fuck.
You would still pursue it.
I don't give a fuck. That's between you and your husband. I ain't got shit to do with me, and I'll never see you again if you don't need me to.
If you don't need me to, but if you need me,
you see what I'm saying? I'm here for you. I'll be here for you, boo boo. But if it's like now, like as soon, like I have no intent with anybody ever, like even regardless of a girlfriend or not. Like I'm at the point in my life where like I don't need your mess with my mess. I don't care if you have a mess or not. I don't need it over here. I don't need your opinion over here. I don't need shit. So leave me alone.
So in terms of how to take somebody's man, or like realistically, this could apply either way.
Yeah.
It's not even like how to take somebody's man. It's like
how to take somebody from somebody else.
It's like how to make your ex my next type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I did there?
That was nice. That was nice.
Thank you. The crazy thing is though, like people do this all the time, and it's kind of scary.
People more than do it all the time.
I think some people don't even do it intentionally.
Friend. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ow. So I have glass in my finger.
Still?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like a little splinter, and I tried to get it out, and I got most of it out, but like all of a sudden I just felt like sharp pains, and I was like, oh, didn't get it all out. And I was like, I'm hoping that like my body like pushes it out, because my mom was like, take a needle and like whatever, but I'm like, because I can't like see it anymore, I'm like, I don't want to dig up my whole finger.
That black dot on my finger?
Glass?
I don't know. Oh. It's been there like But it doesn't hurt? No. But on God, I feel like something went in my finger when I was a kid. And I just have a memory of something going in my finger.
Ew.
But
like not something like living.
It's not a marker. Like,
well, no, that would have washed off.
I've tried to like cut myself there and peel the skin.
Yes, Jesus.
But like it's still there. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's been there my whole life, and I don't know what it is or why it's there.
Why do you love to like traumatize me with shit like that?
I'm sorry.
Are you?
No.
All right, let's get to a listener question, shall we?
Shall.
We're gonna do 2 this week.
Okay.
This first one, I'm going to read, but I would not like you to answer.
Gotcha. You
will see why. So, wait, is this anonymous? No, it's not. Okay, so, well, first of all, let me do my little intro. Mm-hmm. If you are listening and you have a question for us, if you have a story that you want to share, we would love for you to be a part of the podcast, and you can do so by going to thissquareroom.com. You can choose to be anonymous if you want to, but we definitely love to hear your beautiful names. This week we have a question from Marie, and Marie says, hi to you both. I love listening to the podcast. You guys are in my ears every Tuesday on my way to and from work. Thanks, Marie. She says, I'm curious, what is something that you shared on the podcast that you never thought you would share? Now, Deswayne, Marie, the reason I instructed Des to not answer this, I can't really tell you the full reason now that I'm thinking about it, but Des, I think we could hint that something special is coming.
Yes.
That will answer that question.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Maybe as soon as next week you might hear something, All I have to say is just
your question will be answered.
Your question will be answered. And for everyone, not just Marie, stay tuned, listen, follow the podcast if you're not already following, because this is something that you will not want to miss. And this is not something that everyone will get the opportunity to be in on.
Facts.
That's all we can say right now. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for telling me not to say anything.
Yeah,
because I would already blurted out something.
Like, so
well.
But we will get to that, Marie. So, patience. But obviously, I feel like we have to answer an actual question. So luckily, we do have another one. This one is from Anonymous, and he says, "Hi, Joe and Des. So I didn't read this one before. He says, "Hi, Joe and Des. I just farted while getting head."
Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. I pictured it. Oh my God.
Des,
I'm sorry. I was even afraid to come closer to the mic.
In case you guys weren't, if that was not obvious, that was Des screaming again. I was like, how did they think it's me screaming sometimes? Because
it's so high.
I mean, it's true. Because you have a very low voice. So I think when you hit those octaves, you're like, nah, it couldn't be him. Yes. He says, "Hi, Joe and Des. He just jumps into it. That's why I had to stop for a second. Because I was like, wait a minute.
This is anonymous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
It sounds like someone you know?
Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah.
Not you.
No. Fuck no. I don't fart around people unless I'm sleeping.
True. Yeah. Hi, Joe and Des. I don't think it's someone you know. They spelled Des with a Z.
Oh, okay.
I just farted while getting head, and the girl tried to keep going but couldn't stand it and gagged. I was sorry. Don't mean to laugh. Oh my God. The next line is, "I was so embarrassed," and here I am laughing. My apologies, Anonymous. Okay. Sorry. Let me backtrack and read this with dignity.
There you go.
"Hi, Joe and Des. I just farted while getting head, and the girl tried to keep going but couldn't stand it and gagged. I was so embarrassed. So because I'm sharing my story with you, I'd like to know, what is an embarrassing sexual moment you've had?" Des is like, where to start? I feel like you haven't had many embarrassing ones.
Like, for me being embarrassed?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't personally have one where I'm embarrassed, but I've definitely had I'm awkward. But I feel like everyone has, Des is like, not me, but I feel like most people have awkward moments. I'm trying to think where I've been embarrassed.
I've fallen asleep while getting head, and I woke up and the girl was downstairs sitting on the couch. And as soon as I was going downstairs, we locked eyes, and she just got up and left.
Oh my God. I also fell asleep while getting eaten.
Look at us go.
But I didn't wake up that night.
That's worse than me.
I woke up the next morning
That's
and he
crazy.
was pissed.
Of course.
But it was on my birthday, years ago. It was on my birthday, and on your birthday, everyone gives you shots and shit. Everyone, the birthday person is always the most drunk. So I was drunk and I fell asleep because I remember in my head I was like, yeah, we're gonna do stuff.
Let's do this. Yeah.
And I woke up, I was like, did it happen? Did we do it?
Did I do good?
And he was like, you started snoring, so I stopped. And I was like, I'm sorry. And he took it so personally. I guess I felt embarrassed. I just felt bad because he took it very personally. And I'm like, it's not you, it's me. I was like, truly, it was just alcohol. It was late. It was very late. And I was just drunk and tired. I'm like, even if I wasn't drunk, I might have fallen asleep, to be quite honest. The alcohol just made me stay asleep.
When I was 14, 15, I don't know. I don't get embarrassed, but I can understand. Anyways, I was having sex with this girl, and my boxers were on the ground, and there's a little doo-doo stain in my boxer. And she was the one to take them off, right? So we locked eyes. we locked eyes as I'm stroking, because she pulled them off, and then I just immediately turned her around and kicked them off,
Oh, but you had no idea at this point.
No.
Okay.
And then like I'm going. But like something felt weird. Like I felt like she wasn't really in it the way she was before we started. And like I look over and the doo-doo stain is looking at me. And I was like, fuck. We never spoke about it, but I was just like,
to this day.
I don't. I got nothing. I don't know.
Can I tell you?
I would stop.
Okay, so you know how like men always say, like men. I've heard like male comedians speak about it. I'm sure even like you on the podcast have probably spoken about it. How like sometimes women, when we wipe, we can leave little bits of tissue and like residue. It's never happened to me that I know of, but but like because of that like paranoia, first of all, I only use Charmin like because it's extra strong and it's just extra soft. It just feels more luxurious, but it's not one of those ones that like fucking disintegrate. But like I feel like that's like almost the equivalent. Well, I guess no. I guess skid marks both ways could be the equivalent. But like, oh my God, Des, I'm embarrassed for you. You dared to say that you weren't embarrassed, and you locked eyes with her.
I wasn't embarrassed, to be honest. Like I was just kind of like, "Fuck, you saw that," but it wasn't like a, "Oh my god." No, I was like, "You saw that." I was having sex with this girl, and like we went on a little walk through like a path.
Anonymous, it's anonymous, right?
Yeah.
Anonymous said, "Share one story." Des is like, "Listen, I got a plethora."
This one wasn't embarrassing for me.
Okay. Just expose other people. No
yeah.
problem.
So this like we're walking through like a path. The grass was tall. Like it was a nice little cute little path kind of thing. And nobody was really around. We start making out. We're on the bench making out. Somebody walked past and we're like, yeah, fuck, we're gonna do this. Nobody's around. So she turns around. I pull down her pants, pull down her underwear, and I stick my thing in her vagina. And as we're going and I'm slapping up the cheeks, I spread the cheeks. And little pebbles
of toilet paper
of dukes.
No. Not
little,
even
little pebbles of doo-doo. Doo-doo are looking at me. As I'm stroking, the smell is wafting up.
Yo.
So now I close the cheeks tight. I close the cheeks tight and I'm stroking. But the thought can't leave my brain. And I can feel my Tim just no, daddy, don't. And I was like, okay, we gotta go before anybody comes. And yes, I call my penis Timmy, so I just called him Tim. In case they didn't know who Tim was. And if you want to know why I call him Timmy, there's an episode of South Park.
You guys know Tiny Tim? That's why he calls.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Tiny Tim, guys.
There's an episode of South Park.
Guys, but like, don't shame
Timmy!
Don't shame Des for having a small dick.
We don't body shame here.
Oh, sorry, tiny dick.
I would prefer small than tiny.
I think tiny is worse.
Tiny's really bad.
Tiny's worse.
Like, oh, you're so tiny. Oh.
Yeah, I think small is better than because small is just like small, but tiny is like
ooh,
magnifying glass.
Yeah,
like
microscopic.
Micropene.
Yeah.
Des doesn't have a micro penis, to my knowledge. What was that?
That's what came out. I don't know what to tell you.
That's actually so fucking disgusting. I heard, okay, so one time in high school, you know, there's always like the one girl that's having sex way before, or a couple girls that are, because I had a pretty big high school, but there was always the couple that were way ahead of
everybody.
Yeah. I remember this guy, unfortunately, I mean, like, it's not cool to do, but like, I'm still gonna share the story. This guy,
he did it first.
Well, no, because they had sex and then he spread it around the school.
Okay.
Well, no, they had sex a couple times. It was anal that they did.
Okay.
And he was, and it was, you know, doggy style, but like anal. And it was when you were talking about the smell wafting, how he said that not only was there shit on his dick, but with every stroke, it was just a wave of the smell. But like when you think about it, it's someone's asshole. Like he didn't say there were dingleberries, just like you said.
Yeah.
That was just, she needed to fucking wash
I don't know
her ass. But like this one, to my knowledge, there were no dingleberries. Mm-hmm. It was just and if you don't know, dingleberries are like when you poop. The thing is, how do humans have that? Unless you're a man with a hairy ass crack, the poo should not be lingering.
I don't know.
Oh God. Anyways, yeah, dingleberries are when like hair sticks to your poo sticks to your butt. Like my dog sometimes get dingleberries when his fur gets long. Yeah. Like, oh my God. But yeah, and he told everyone how like with every stroke it was like wafting and whatever.
See, that's one thing I wouldn't do. I would never embarrass somebody like that.
Yeah, because he told everyone.
Because if everybody knows who it is too, that's even worse.
Yeah, no, that's I said it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
it wasn't
like
good.
if you want to share a story, fine, but just don't use the person's name or don't let it seem like it's that person if they go to your school.
Yeah, no, he was like
he didn't care at that point.
He was like first name, last name, everything.
Middle name, address.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I have more stories, but they're not my embarrassment. They're other people's embarrassment. I have a lot of those.
Yeah, I don't have embarrassing moments. I have more like awkward moments. Like, yeah, I can't think of anything. I think like I'm just so like in my head anyways that it just comes off as like awkward. Like I'm just awkward.
I can see that.
But I haven't had moments where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, please, knock on wood. I hope to never. But yeah. I don't think that like farting
You
while
should have
getting
warned
head.
her. No, Joe, no.
No. Listen.
Okay, fine.
You're jumping ahead
Fine,
of yourself
go
now.
ahead.
I was gonna say I don't think that farting during head is the worst. However, if she's gagging because it's that it smells that bad, that's embarrassing.
You should never have farted while she's giving you head. If you
well.
need to fart, just be like, hold on, and go fart somewhere else and come back. Don't let her eat your fart, because that's what she did down there.
That's probably why she was gagging.
If I was ever eating a girl's vagina and she farted,
no. That fart bubble is rolling right up into your mouth too.
Right on your tongue. Imagine if she was deep throating at the time and her tongue was sticking out and shit.
Oh God!
You just farted on the tip of her tongue.
Shivers in like the nastiest way.
Eddie's probably laughing right now. No, that's no.
This is an example of like why we have the option to remain anonymous, because I know for damn sure you don't want your name out there.
No, for sure not. Yeah, like if you farted,
you should have warned her. But like, what if it just slipped out?
If it just slipped out right away, be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He waited until she gagged.
Can I tell you? I've never farted and had it slip out. Never.
Oh, lucky you.
Never. I've had one time where like.
She's like, shit. Like, why did I start the sentence?
I'm like, in my head, I'm like, shit, now I'm going to embarrass myself. No, I've had moments where like, have you ever been in a situation where you cannot excuse yourself?
Yeah.
But you don't, like, women are so good at like holding in our farts, but then you're like, I'm going to like kill myself at some point. So you're like, okay, it doesn't feel like anything crazy. I think I've talked to, like, I'm not a super gassy person. So it's like, if I can, oh my God, by the way, the other day, nearly fucking died. I was like, it was evening. It was actually the other day after we recorded. And I was like, oh my God, like I didn't really eat anything today. And I'm like, oh, when's the last time I ate? I'm like, oh my God, it's been over 24 hours. But you just get like caught up. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, like I have to figure out something to eat. But like in the span of like 30 minutes between like when you left and like me trying to get something to eat, like the like gas pain built up so bad. I literally thought I was gonna go to the hospital because like the pain was under my ribs and then it moved to like, and I was like, and then even when I was trying to eat, it was like I couldn't swallow. Yeah. I was like almost gonna die. Anyways, that's just a whole other thing. I did have to fart after that, but like that was nothing. Like I actually was like, that's it, and like the pain just went away. It was just like a little like it was just like yeah, it wasn't like a gross fart or anything. But no, there's been a time where like, you know, you're in a situation where you can't excuse yourself, so you're just like, let me test the waters. Like let it
out slowly.
Like do like a squeeze and let it out. Yeah. And like you're like, oh, okay. Like, you know, let me just let it, like it's like letting air out of a balloon slowly. And then I got to the point when I was like, no. I was like, if I continue to let this out, I knew it wasn't like I'm going to shit myself, but I was like, I feel like it's going to make too much of a noise. Especially like, I feel like when you're sitting, farts make more noise.
Oh my God. Yeah. Because it's trying to squeeze out.
Right. Yeah. So I was like, no, I can't. Because like I would embarrass myself. And luckily, again, because my farts don't usually smell, I was able to like let a little out and be like, okay. But like I was like, any further and all eyes will be on me. And like, this is just not going to happen.
I think anywhere I've been where I had to fart, that like, it's like, fuck, I can't excuse myself. Like, I either do it quietly and like, I just don't make a face. Like, you act so nonchalant that nobody would even think it's you. Or like I've coughed really loud and just let it squeeze out.
You did not do the cough.
Of course.
I feel like the cough, even if you time it perfectly, I feel like the fart either comes before the cough or the fart comes after. It's like it's so obvious. I've done a cough too.
I've done the make a whole bunch of noise or just laugh louder.
Making noise for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I grew up like my cousins and stuff. Like they fart in their hand and throw it at your nose. Like they fart on you in your lap. They just fart.
In my past, I've been like, you know, in past relationships, you're like, oh, you know, like you want your partner to feel comfortable around you.
I don't.
Well, see, now I don't. Don't feel comfortable around me ever.
Not that comfortable.
In the past, I've been like, you know, like obviously like if you can excuse yourself, but like if you have to fart, like I'm not gonna, you know, it's a bodily function, like whatever, you know, don't feel ashamed. And the guy's like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's okay. And you know, a little, okay, whatever. It's not even that. It's like, I don't want to be sitting here enjoying time together and being like, what the fuck is that smell? Like it smells like fucking rotten eggs. And they're laughing. And also, when you're sleeping over at my house, don't fucking fart in my bed. That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. We don't live together. This is not your bed.
Even if we live together.
But I'm saying, even if we do, don't do it. But like, there's a whole other level when it's not your bed. Don't fucking, that's my sanctuary. Don't fart in my fucking bed. The only farts in that bed are going to be mine. And I don't even do that shit. How dare you?
Yeah.
This is now getting me pissed off. Like, don't fart in my bed. And yeah, because I'm trying to be like, you know, obviously, like, I don't, when you're in a relationship, you don't want someone to feel bad about like farting. If you have to fart, you have to fart. Like, I remember my friend, and she's married, like, she lets it rip in front of her man and they laugh. And I'm like, oh, I want what you guys have. But like, not. No, but now I'm like, no, because I realize that it's the gateway to hell, literally.
Yeah.
Once you tell them to be comfortable, they make themselves too comfortable. The farts never stop.
Never.
And you can never go back because
you already said it was okay.
Yeah. And then now when you're like, can you please tone it down? Oh, I thought you want to be myself. And now you feel like the asshole when what's coming out of his asshole literally smells like he's like something crawled up there and died. So now if any future suitor is listening, don't ever fucking fart in front of me.
Nope.
Unless you're like sick, and even then, get the fuck out of the room.
Like, I have a bathroom attached to my room, and one day me and my girlfriend were leaving, and she was like, okay, I'll meet you at the car. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, we're leaving together. She's like, Des, I need to use the bathroom. No problem. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good looking out.
You know what I'm saying? Because the bathroom's attached to my room. So if you use the bathroom
and you're sitting in your room,
I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to lay here and smell this. I'm going to be pissed. Like, even for me, when I have, like, I go upstairs, and if I have to doo-doo, I'll doo-doo upstairs, or I'll do it right before I take a shower. That way, the soap smell kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Or the steam fills the room, and it's the steamy shit.
No. I don't like that one. Not that one.
Maybe you think it smells like soap, but it smells like, you ever, like, try to cover up a bad smell with air freshener? It just smells like shit and air freshener.
Yes, I did that at your house. Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I thought I did a damn good job.
Is that the one that Joey called you out for?
Yes, I thought I did a damn good job.
Joey walked in like, damn, Jody, you take a shit. It's like, it wasn't me. Oh my God. That's so funny.
Like,
Oh my God.
I would appreciate, like, somewhere else. Like, like, if we're both gonna lay here, don't do it here, please.
Oh my God. Anonymous, good luck. That's all I got.
Yeah, you got to do better. That's not okay. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that.
The only acceptable thing is if it slipped out. And like Des said, you should have immediately apologized. She shouldn't have had to be gagging on.
You know
the
what I'm
smell.
saying?
I wonder if it made a sound. Maybe that's why he didn't say anything, because
even if it doesn't
silent.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Some farts are silent and don't smell. So maybe he was hoping
There's no way you have
she's down there.
You don't have a silent fart that slips out.
I guess, yeah.
If it's silent, you made it silent.
No, because I told you when I was fucking dying of like gas pains from like not eating and I farted, it was basically silent and it wasn't even a lot. It was like a short.
Was it an accident?
No, I was.
You knew you were gonna fart.
Yeah, because
exactly my point.
But
he must have known he was gonna fart and tried to make it silent.
But I didn't make it silent. It just came out silent. I was at home. I don't care. No one was home.
Fair
with
enough.
Me. If I had to let it rip, I was in so much pain. Here's the thing. I was in so much pain. I've never in my life wanted to fart. No, and my mom had to remind me. I've gone to the hospital when I was a child for not eating and having gas pain fill me up so much that it was like, I was hospitalized. So I was like, not again. I ordered a fucking pizza and I was like trying to eat and I ate one slice and I was trying to eat the second one and I was like, I can't, because like you already feel full because you're full of fucking air. And when I farted, it was like, you know what helped? I made tea, but like it was cooling and I was like, I need something. So I took a Diet Coke and that helped. Like the bubbles, I guess. And then I farted, but it wasn't like, I thought it would have been more. The way I had that pain, I was like, it's going to be a long night, but it wasn't.
What he needed to do was pull her up, kiss her up on her neck or whatever.
No, with the smell? They needed to evacuate the room.
Before he farted. Pull her up, kiss her up, whatever. And then change positions. Because when you fart, the fart is going this way. And then
some farts fill the room like
all right, see, now tension. The more you talk, the more he's wrong. The more he's wrong.
What name are you giving him? You got to give him a name.
I can't. I don't know. I'm disgusted.
I'm trying to think.
You know the Pokemon Ghastly?
I don't.
You don't. Oh my God.
Don't, but
I hate you.
No, I'm sure.
I hope he knows the Pokemon Ghastly.
We'll
Ghastly.
I guess we'll call him Ghastly then. That's that was.
It's human nature. It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
You're not wrong for the fart. You're wrong for not saving her.
Yeah.
She gagged? No.
She continued and then gagged, which means she kept going a little bit more.
He said, did you like literally write this right?
After I'm currently getting head. I just farted.
I wonder. Okay, he said, I just farted while getting head, and the girl.
Yeah, she just left.
And the girl tried to keep going, but couldn't stand it and gagged. I was so embarrassed. Yeah, so it sounds like she smelt it and was like, oh God, but like, I don't want to like call attention. Just like the girl didn't want to call attention to your dookie stain.
I hate you.
And sorry, your skid mark. And first of all, that's fucking wild that you had a fucking dollop of shit in your underwear.
Joe, keep reading. Keep reading what you're reading at Mind Your Business.
Mind your business. Your shit certainly wasn't minding its business. Your ass was doing its own thing, freestyling over there.
Freestyle for real.
So yeah, so it sounds like she like smelled it, was kind of like okay, and then like as she was still keep going,
like, I can't.
It was
do
lingering
this.
in the air, and her gag reflex is not even gagging on. See, here's the thing: if you're gonna gag, like the guy's gonna want you to gag on the dick, not on the fucking air.
She couldn't. She really couldn't breathe.
Wow. Yeah. So, but she's saying like he's saying she tried to keep going, but she couldn't stand it, which to me says like she had to stop.
Which means she tried.
Yeah.
You didn't try to help her.
Yeah. So you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong. What is it? Ghastly?
Ghastly. You're
Ghastly with a T?
No.
Oh, ghastly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that was really funny. Thank you.
That was actually pretty funny.
Thank you for the question. Again, if any of you guys have questions, comments, stories, it is thissquareroom.com. And as we alluded to, stay tuned for our future episodes because something special is coming.
Da 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 da.
Ooh, what could it be?
Is it just me, or is like every day kind of like this year went by like kind of fast?
Really fast.
Like, okay, so it's not just me, right?
The second half of the year in particular, like the end of like August.
July-ish. Yeah.
July, August to now.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I thought like I was going crazy.
I mean, you probably are, but
I probably am. And like for a while, because of my eyes and stuff, I wasn't working. So like every day was just tying into each other. Like, have you ever like woken up and it doesn't matter what time it is? Because you have not a damn thing to do?
Yes and no. You know me, I have a weird sleep schedule.
You do.
But like, not all the time, but like sometimes, most of the time, I can like be lenient with my schedule. So it doesn't matter if I'm like up late, I can sleep in a little bit. Or if I sleep early, I can wake up. Like, you know, for the most part. There's certain days that I can't do that. But yeah, there's definitely times when I'm just like, what day is it? What time is it? What's going on? What is happening? Yeah. Where am I?
I've woken up most of this year. Like, I don't even care what day it is. I don't care what time it is. Like, I open my eyes. Do I want to go back to sleep? Yes. Do I want to wake up? Sure. Why not? Like,
what?
I don't think I ate today.
Hey, remember what I just told you. Careful.
I'll go home and light it up, huh?
You know what I found out? That weed makes you not vomit. Did you know that?
Pardon me?
Smoking weed?
Smoking.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know about eating it.
Yes, I can believe that.
Which is why they say like drinking alcohol and smoking, like you shouldn't do that, because if you get alcohol poisoning, your body won't throw it up to save your life.
That makes sense why I always pass out.
I'm like, are you okay?
But I do it on purpose, remember? So like.
Yeah, but don't. Because you could get alcohol poisoning. Because I feel like you actually have a very sensitive stomach. Like, if you're going to vom, you're going to vom.
Oh, immediately.
But if your body's like, what is this barrier stopping me? You don't want that shit inside. Like, if you have to vomit, your body wants that out.
I went to a restaurant, Jamaican restaurant that I always go to with a friend. And he bought the food. And I'm eating. Actually, no, I bought it this time. I'm eating, have a couple bites. I just stand up, go to the lady. Can I get a water, please? Put the money on the counter because she was in the back. I walked outside, walked around the corner.
You grabbed the water?
No, because she's in the back.
Oh.
So I couldn't even wait for the water. I knew I was going to throw up. I walk outside calmly. I go around the corner and I'm throwing up. I come back. The water's on the counter. I grab the water, drink some of the water, sit down, start eating again, get back up, walk outside. Throwing up.
Yeah, I don't know why your system is like that. I remember one time we were like on the phone and you grabbed like a slice of pizza. Like you were in like your break for work. You grabbed some pizza and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna vomit. And I was like, what? And you're just like, hold on a second. And I was like, wait, what? And like you put me on like mute or whatever. And you're like, yeah, I'm just like throwing up right now. And I'm like, from what? You're like, I don't know. I had a couple bites of pizza. Like maybe it's not agreeing with me. I'm like what? And you're like, oh no, this happens all the time. And I'm like, what?
And I feel it before it comes.
Well, yeah.
Like, as like if like for example, if you order pizza or if you order Chinese food or whatever right now, the second I smell it, I can be like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this and throw up. Don't know what it is. Don't necessarily care, to be honest. I throw up, and I leave it at that. But what I was saying about the days tying into each other, it's almost overwhelming in the sense that like
literally here like gagging as you're talking about throwing up.
I'm sorry.
No, well, I don't think he understands, but I'm like, what? Such a weird like
coincidence.
Don't channel your shit to my dog, okay?
And like everything seems to be coming so slowly, but I feel like we're aging so fast. Does that make sense? Like, I'm turning 30 next year and I'm like, how? When? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, yo, I was Like, what was it? It was, someone was talking about, like, 2018. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that was, like, a year or two ago. And I'm like, wait, no. Like, we're going into 2023.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Sometimes I hear different years. Like, to me, 2011 sounds, like, far away. But, like, 2010 was, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Like, certain years, I'm just like, no, that wasn't that long. And certain years, I'm like, oh my God, that was, like, they don't go in order necessarily.
If I hear 2015, I'm like, oh yeah, not too long ago. But if somebody was like, yeah, in 2025, I'm like, whoa, relax, Futurama. Like, chill. Yeah. And that's literally right now.
Okay. You okay?
He's
like, can we get off this fucking topic?
I just feel like it's not making any sense to me. And
time?
Yeah. Like something's going on. It's just not
the aliens.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's a simulation.
Realistically.
Simulation.
Realistically.
Or the stimulation,
we had
on,
we had listeners write in asking us about school, and they're almost done.
Okay, the semester's done.
They're almost done.
But it's like half the year, yeah.
Done. Because the rest of the year hardly matters.
I mean,
you applied for your colleges, you applied for your universities.
But if they let their
grades drop, that's what I mean. That's why I said it hardly matters. Like,
but I get what you mean. It's not, yeah.
Like
don't they say like your grade 11 grades matter
more than your grade 12? Yeah.
Yeah, because like grade 12, like they don't consider your full grade 12 grades when you're being accepted. Yeah. So it's just kind of like
your grade 11 they really look at.
Yeah.
And like, okay, what? Let me guess. Your grade 11 was shit, but grade 12 you decided to pull it together. Fuck you. You're not coming here.
That does happen with people.
It does. It happened with my friend.
Oh.
I just feel like life is like
a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Hey.
And that's very much the truth about it. And I decided that next year I'm going to make it a positive year. This year was a year about doing things. Mm-hmm. Next year, I want it to be positivity.
Okay.
As much as I can.
I like that.
I don't know if I like that yet.
Positivity within your control. I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I feel like it's going to end bad.
Not if you're positive about it.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, let the card.
That's when you should say, I'm positive it's going to be bad. No, I think that's great. I think that's wonderful, actually. You know what's not so wonderful? I want to send you a video.
Oh, my God. You want me to play it out loud or?
No. Like, I want you to react to it, but you don't necessarily need to play. Like,
I don't have to listen to anything, do I?
No, not really. Like, they do say stuff, but it's not important. Okay. But I do want you to describe what you're seeing so that the audience knows.
And where are you sending this?
I'm going to DM you on IG.
Okay.
Shit, I can't. It's a private account. You just have to watch it from my phone.
Okay. Okay. A guy is sitting on a bench. Somebody's going into a porta potty. I don't understand.
Describe what you're seeing.
The guy went into the porta potty, and the other guy didn't go in. Now, somebody's standing. Oh my God! They pushed over the porta potty. No! Ew! I can't. There's stuff coming out the porta potty.
Look at it. Look.
That's not funny. That's not okay. That's not a. Oh my God! There's so much stuff coming out. There's so much. Oh my God!
Flip it yet?
No, they didn't flip it.
Because they got to get it out.
Oh my God! They flipped it.
They pushed it onto the.
Oh! There's shit everywhere. No, I'm gonna. No. There's shit everywhere. No, there is shit everywhere.
Yeah, it's like liquidy too.
No.
Okay, don't read it yet.
No.
Okay.
No.
Here's the thing.
No.
So, in case you guys didn't understand Dez's
play-by-play,
there was a bunch of people. They told this guy to go into a porta potty. When he was standing in there, they closed the door. I don't believe the door was locked, but it was shut. And someone went from behind and pushed the porta potty over, so it fell onto where the door is.
Yes.
Obviously, the guy's inside.
Ew.
The porta potty was pushed over. Now, everyone knows porta potties are used for piss and shit for people in the streets and whatever. Festivals, construction workers, whatever, right? Now, so you see liquid start to leak out onto the pavement and whatever, and you know that it spilled everywhere, and you know those are not big. It's definitely gotten on him.
Yeah.
And they have to, in order to get him out, because they push it over the door, they had to like roll it one side over. And when he gets out, you see that he's covered in it. And it's just a mess. Now, the reason these people did that is because they caught this man in their neighborhood stealing packages, like stealing the packages in the neighborhood. He was a porch pirate. So they did that as a way of punishing him instead of calling the cops on him.
I would rather you tie him up and beat him.
But I'm saying, do you think that's a better punishment than calling the cops?
Okay, the reason why I say no, it's not a better punishment is I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. Okay. I can understand why they think it's a better punishment than calling the cops. Mm-hmm. However, if you decide you are going to take that into your own hands, anybody can take anything into their own hands. So you deciding that that's a better punishment, if somebody else decides something else is a better punishment for you for stealing from the store, you can't have any objections. No one's to say that, yes, that degree of punishment is justified. Because that, to me, is not justified. I'd rather you call the fucking cops.
The caption says, "This is what we do. It's a porch pirates. The good old-fashioned shit down."
Like, imagine somebody stole this guy's sister's bike. And now they got the nastiest toilets they could find and gave him a swirly. That does not make it okay.
The comments are very mixed. Some people are like, nah, jump me.
You know what I'm saying?
Some people said that's so fucked. Over packages, these people should be ashamed. Someone said, man, I would have rather they just jump me. Fuck that. But there's other people that are like, oh no, this one says there are some things worse than death.
Fact.
Someone said, imagine when he got out, he started running after everyone. Someone said at least they let him out. Someone said that that's a great way to deal with a shit disturber. Someone said the more you fuck around, you know the rest. Someone said that's horrid but deserved. Someone said this is how society works. Follow the rules. Some people said they should have.
That is not how society works, though.
Someone said they should have left him there. Someone said he won't be stealing anymore around there. Like it's very like mixed.
Like I don't think people understand how like punishment is supposed to work. Like if he's stealing packages, it's equal to put him in a nasty porta potty and flip it over on him.
Here's the thing.
That doesn't sound equal.
I was wondering.
Because now I'm going to fucking go back and steal every bumba clot.
But I'm wondering if they even knew, if he knew what they were going to do.
No.
He willingly walked in there.
They probably bet him. Like, oh, I bet you couldn't last a minute in there.
You think? But
yeah.
Like, if the neighborhood is confronting him about stealing the packages, you think they didn't even say, we know you've been stealing the packages?
Exactly, until after.
So they tricked him and then they're like, oh, we know what you've been doing. That's what you get.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they had to have been like, I imagine that they like stopped him and they're like, oh, we caught you.
No, not a chance. What they did was probably like, oh, I bet you $100 you can't go in there and last a minute. And he's like, what? And then that's why the guy went with him to kind of show him like, yeah, this one, smell it. Ooh, not me. No. And he's like, $100, bet.
And then you see the one sneak around to the back.
Exactly. And flip it over.
I definitely don't think he knew that they were going to do that.
No, not a chance.
Who would willingly walk
Thank
into
you.
that?
And that's not okay. Even if you have a gun to me, I'm not going in there still.
Well, I mean, if you have a gun to me.
Shoot me. We're going down together.
I'm millionaire in it.
Because once you shoot me, you're going to prison, buddy.
Yeah, but I would rather be alive covered in shit than dead.
I would rather be
over
dead.
some packages.
No, we're not going to.
But like, in reality, of course, don't steal people's shit. Like, that's not right.
For sure.
But
like the comment said, I'd rather you jump me still and beat me up and be like, stop stealing people's shit. Yes, I'd rather that. If you don't want to call the police, yes. Don't, no. That is...
I think they were trying to be like, we're not trying to ruin your whole life, but we're trying to teach you a lesson. Like, don't come do that shit in our neighborhood. Because it wasn't just one... It was like the neighborhood people.
Yeah. But imagine somebody holding you down and physically pissing and shitting on you to teach you a lesson.
No. Listen, I'm not saying... I'm not on either side. I'm just presenting the evidence.
The fact that you're not on either side means you're guilty.
Because I'm... Here's the thing. I think it's really fucked up, but I don't know. I'm like, they didn't call the cops on him. So I think that
call the cops.
I think in their heads they were trying to do something that was still, you know, like a punishment, but not as bad as jail time.
I would rather
I see the thought process, but
nah. Come to me. This is what you're gonna do. You and your little gang members, because now this is a gang. You and your little neighborhood gang members.
Being a gang initiation.
It probably is somewhere. You and your gang members come to me and be like, listen, it's either you get the fuck in that porta potty, we're going to flip this shit over, and you're going to sit in there for a minute, or we're going to call the police because we know what the fuck you've been doing. I'd rather you give me an option. You're not going to put me in there on no. Because now when I come out and I go get a gun and I go shoot up this fucking neighborhood, I'm at fault, right? Oh, yeah.
Well, to be fair, they would smell you coming.
You guys heard that, right? You guys heard that. Okay.
They could run for cover because they would smell you coming from a mile. Yo, the guys are saying that they could smell it. Like the guy recording the video.
Did you see how much liquid? Oh my God. How many days it's been there? Oh my God. And knowing them, somebody probably went in there and pissed last and shit. Poured some shit in there just to make sure it's extra spicy. No, man.
Not spicy. Ugh.
No, man. And it went in his mouth. Because you know when you fall, you scream.
And the splash.
Lord Jesus!
Okay, I don't think he's screaming like that. What a weirdo. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Absolutely disgusted. Why would you show me that?
It's just your friendly neighborhood porch pirate.
Is that what it's called?
A porch pirate?
No, is that like what the caption says?
No,
Oh, you just made that up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I told you what the caption said. The caption said, this is what we... Oh, yeah, no. They actually did. They said, this is what we do. It's a porch... It's... Okay, well, this is not even proper grammar. So this is what we do. It's a porch pirates. The good old-fashioned shit down.
Shit down. And it's worse because they had a nigga sitting on the bench.
And
I'm here focusing on the nigga on the bench.
What bench?
In the beginning of the video, there's a guy that just sits casually on the bench.
Yeah, no. They fucked... Oh, I'm watching the video again. Yeah, and then the caption below that says, this man was stealing packages from the neighborhood porches, so the community gathered together and did this. Deserved or not?
Not. Now, you guys all incriminated yourselves now.
Well, there's not... Oh my God, to even roll it over, they struggle because it's heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then when he falls over, more from the
falls
toilet.
out because it's on the door. It's sitting on the door. He has to get out of.
More falls out of the toilet.
Oh my God.
When he yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord Jesus. You know what? I think this is a good segue to get into the question of the day.
No, Jesus, no.
Okay, the question of the day is, what lesson took you the longest to unlearn?
Don't steal packages off people's porch.
I think you would learn that real quick.
What lesson took me the longest to learn?
Unlearn.
Lying. It took me a long lifetime to learn that there's no need for lying. The reason why I said that's a lesson that I learned is lying is something that's taught to you out of fear. When you are a child, an infant or whatever, and you're learning to talk, and you know that there will be disciplinary actions if you do something.
Consequences, yeah.
You learn to lie. You go to school, you get bad grades. You know your parents don't like when you get bad grades, and you know your parents aren't going to sit down, talk to you, get you a tutor. They're going to discipline you, take away what you like. You learn to lie. You want to stay out late with your friends, but you can't tell your parents that because they're going to tell you no. You learn to lie. So now at my big age, I feel like that's the hardest lesson because it, like we talked about, like it just comes so natural to me and it's just so easy. So now when I have the opportunity to lie, my first instinct is to lie, but then I got to think about it and be like, why do I need to lie? Like, I'm a fucking grown man. Like, please. Yeah. So I would say for me, lying was the hardest lesson to unlearn.
For myself, the lesson that took me the longest to unlearn would definitely be treat people the way you want to be treated. I lived by that rule for a very long time until and honestly, I think I'm still in the process of unlearning it. I realize that it's not always treat people the way you want to be treated. In many situations, it needs to be treat people how they deserve to be treated, because not everyone deserves to be treated the way you would treat yourself or the way you would want treatment. Some people just are not deserving of that. I do think that you should start off that way when you are creating relationships with people. I don't think you should just like treat people like shit from the beginning. But I do think that sometimes when people show you that they are, not deserving of said treatment, especially when it's time and time again, obviously people do make mistakes. I'm not saying you should like revoke privileges just because of one little mishap, but generally speaking, if someone is consistently showing you that they are not deserving of what you're giving, you shouldn't be doing it. And it's hard because you're taught, they literally, it's the golden rule, right? Like treat people the way you want to be treated. That's what they preach. They preach it in the Bible. They preach it in like little preschool, like, be nice, treat your friend,
Did you know that's one of the rules? They call it the golden rule because every religion pretty much says the same thing.
Yeah. So that's definitely mine. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our episode. We want to thank you so much for listening. And if you did not catch on to what we were saying before, you might really want to perk your ears up for next week's episode, because we have some information coming at you. And I think you guys are going to like it. Do you think they're going to like it?
Oh, they're going to love it.
I hope. Imagine they're like, boo.
Tomatoes through the computer.
Yeah, no, I think you guys are really going to like it. If you want to know what it is, we'll see you next Tuesday.